Ric's Corner. I have Ticia back. Luckily, she's here, and I'm so thrilled to death to have her. And we're going to talk about something that everybody worries about, and that's anti-aging. So many people come to me and they say, "Gee, Ric, how old are you? How do you look so young at your age?" And I just tell them, it's just genetics. But it really isn't. It's really much more than that. It's years of training. It's years of eating the right foods, taking care of my skin. I moisturize. I hate to sound so feminine, but I do moisturize my skin every day after I shower. In the morning, I use lotions and things for my skin because I spend a lot of time in the sun. Now, you have a lot of theories on anti-aging.
I have a lot, yeah.
You have a lot.
Glad you have a couple of minutes.
Okay, and this is very important because you build your body to look the best you can be. Why not have a young-looking face to go with it, and a young body as well, and a young skin? So these are important factors that you might want to consider doing, and it's like anything else, you have to commit yourself to it. You commit yourself to bodybuilding, you commit yourself to your diet, you commit yourself to things to keep you from aging. And when you're my age at 91, you'll look 30, like me.
Right.
I don't think you buy that, but that's okay. So let's talk a little bit. What are some of the good preventatives we can do for anti-aging?
Okay. Well, first off, just a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's the best thing you can do is limit your caffeine. Your alcohol, red wine, stick to clear hard liquor if you're going to drink hard liquor, like the vodka and gin.
Really?
Yeah, the darker the alcohol, supposedly. That's
why do they say that a little wine with meal is okay?
Yeah, it's good. Well, I think there's antioxidants in the red wine. I think there's tannins and some things that are good. I don't drink personally, but I know that red wine is good for you in a small amount. For sure, but caffeine, terrible.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it robs your blood of oxygen, which, as you have my cell food right there, oxygen is one of the most important things to fighting free radicals.
Tell me about this cell food.
This stuff, I think, is a miracle cure for everything. Has plant source amino acids, plant source enzymes, dissolved oxygen, and trace minerals. And 8 drops in your juice or your water 3 times a day. It detoxifies you, enhances your energy.
You can really feel the difference when you use it?
Oh my God,
really?
Totally.
Because so many products, you'll try them and they'll say, well, do you feel it? Not really. Well,
let me say this. Someone who's very toxic, even if they don't know they're toxic, they might not notice so much.
Yeah.
Or it may take a while, or you might start using it and feel crappy because your body's detoxing. So it might start rapidly eliminating some of the toxins that you're holding, onto. But this stuff, I swear, it helps me recover after working out, helped me recover after surgery, just basic endurance. And stamina, like everything.
Well, the other thing is too, when you're building your body and you're building muscle, you want to get oxygen in your blood, so the blood goes through and feeds the muscle with all the nutrients it needs in order to make that muscle grow.
Yeah. So imagine if you're doing all these things that limit oxygen, stress. Yeah. Because you don't breathe. Yeah. And a lot of other reasons, but that's a huge one. Is that people have this shallow breathing, and when they're stressed out, and we talked earlier about the cortisol levels, and when you get stressed out and get anxiety, your cortisol levels go up, and that totally messes up your hormones, which everything that I believe in about health is about balance.
Well, the other thing, we just talked about that with my son, that cortisol levels, when they raise and you're stressed out, it increases belly fat. Yes. And you might think that you're dieting, you're doing everything right, but if you're stressed out and your cortisol is high, you're still going to be fat.
Yep. Yep, you can have like totally great thin legs, nice built arms, and your midsection is going to stay plump, bloated feeling.
I've seen a lot of people like that, older people who are very thin and they have these huge bellies on them, but they're not fat anywhere else.
Right, and that is also increases your heart.
That's a heart problem, isn't it?
Yeah, you're at a much higher level for a heart attack. Yeah, for sure. Okay. At least when you're all proportioned, if you're a thicker person, if you're a bigger boned person, don't be ashamed of not being skinny. There's like nothing wrong with it, but be proportioned. Like just work for balance, whatever it takes for you. Whether maybe you need to do some Pilates or yoga, Tai Chi, karate, martial arts, whatever it takes to get that full body experience where you're just in touch with your body and all integrated.
What about Botox?
I'm not against it. I think some people really want it and they need it. I'm going to be 43 and I haven't had anything done yet, but if there comes a time when I feel like I want to have something done, I'll go more towards Juvederm, Restylane, Diasport, to me, I just rather not put botulism into my body. But, you know, I'm not against it. I think it works great for some people.
Well, I see a lot of people do it. And
just don't overdo it.
Yeah, mostly all women.
Yeah, but a lot of men.
Well,
a lot of my clients. Yeah, I'm an esthetician. A lot of men.
Yeah.
Very concerned.
I don't think, in my estimation, it looks really good on men.
No.
Men look better as they age. I always said that Charles Bronson and Clint Eastwood, they had the wrinkles, but that gave him character. Sean Connery.
Clint Eastwood still looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
I mean
the
he's
wrinkles,
in his 70s.
He's even close to 80.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, he's
the wrinkles
still
just
sexy.
Add character, and I thought, because I had all these frown lines from wrestling and all these characters, and I thought, if I ever did that, I wouldn't be able to get in the ring and wrestle and be the character I want to be.
You would probably look like a Cupid doll,
or
like
all the time.
some.
It's like surprised.
No, and I'm not against it in the right amounts, and you know, just don't overdo it. But for me, like I love peels, scrubs, microdermabrasions, lasers, photofacials, and also I think it should come from the inside out.
Yeah, it should come from the inside out.
I start with the inside. 5 fruits and vegetables every day. You will never talk to me on a day when I haven't had a banana and an apple. I eat a banana and an apple every day, no matter what. I drink my juices with antioxidants, noni juice, goji, acai, blueberry, pomegranate, every day.
That's a lot to think about. And
anything you can do to get your antioxidants.
But a lot of people watching this aren't going to go through that extreme, because it is extreme. And I am extreme.
It's a discipline.
It's a discipline. I'm disciplined with what I do. I know that bananas are really good for you.
Yeah, high in potassium. They help you with your hydration as far as recovering from working out. Excellent.
In the fruits, I like to take my fruits separately. I won't mix them with the protein.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because they create an acid.
They should just be eaten by themselves.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best.
Well, it's the best way to digest it. Assimilation to digest it as well. I've always been old school when it comes to a high protein diet. And there's on a plate of food, I'll eat all my proteins first, and then I'll eat my carbs and stuff thereafter because I don't like to mix them.
Yep.
Psychologically, I think, okay, that protein is going to go in and build my muscle.
Yeah.
The carbs will just a bonus at the end.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't really realize that carbs turn to sugar.
Yeah.
And that it's really good to reduce your sugar intake because that reduces collagen. Collagen gives you a youthful appearance. You know, when you start losing your collagens, when the skin starts to sag and lose its tone.
And that's why people inject collagen.
So reduce sugar. That will give you a head start on all the, you know, invasive things to look younger.
That's really funny because many of you write and ask me about the diet. You ask me, how did I stay on high protein, low carb year round and make gains? And I've also found that when I eat sugars, I don't really gain weight, but I get softer.
Yep.
My body gets softer. Now the past month I've been training harder. I've got a photo shoot coming up, so I increased my protein quite a bit. I've cut my sugar way down, and the scale actually went up 5 pounds, and I'm much harder in the mirror.
Well,
without the sugar.
Yeah, muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
So, I think that everyone should go to a naturopath, a nutrition, acupuncturist, find out what your food allergies are, find out what you're allergic to, because you may not even know that there's something in your diet that's making it impossible for you to get as cut as you want to get. It could just be something that as simple as like a gluten allergy, a sugar allergy.
I have a question about that. A friend of mine who trains, used to be my neighbor, told me that he doesn't eat anything that has grains in it. There's a diet, and he told me about it, I don't remember the name, that grains are harmful to the body. You won't know it as you're eating it.
Not everyone. You know, people that have allergies.
Yeah, but he just said it takes away from everything, that you'll feel so much lighter and better. It doesn't eat any grains, not even oatmeal.
Yeah.
I said, well, I eat oatmeal for my training. He says, because it increases your glycogen, but and the side effect isn't good.
Right.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, again, everything in moderation. I know you don't know a lot about that, but everything in moderation, and just find out what I encourage my clients, whether it's a facial client, makeup, massage, any consultation that I do, be proactive in your own health, in your aging process, in your working out, in your diet, in your relationships and everything. You can look younger just by being a powerful partner in your life and having a more positive attitude.
Yeah.
By being there for others and being of service to others and not being so narcissistic, we can learn how to just integrate so many new things, and we have so much free time in our head when we're not obsessing about ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
Gives us time, you know, things start to fall into place for me when I think about what I can do for other people.
Yeah.
You know, everything just kind of falls in line effortlessly when I'm coming from a space of being of service, and start out my day before I even open my eyes. I just say like a quiet little affirmation to myself, set an intention for the day.